Hi, and welcome along to the All Guns Blazing podcast with my man DT. How you doing?
I'm all right.
My brother.
What are you after?
Ain't after nothing, man.
What are you
In a
after?
good mood. In a good mood.
Yeah?
In a good mood, right?
In a good mood for?
Behaving.
Me? Yeah, do you know what? I am.
Yeah, ain't really seen nothing around you recently, man.
Nah, I've been all right. I've been focusing on other things. I've got a few
That's
other
what I'm talking about,
projects
man.
at the moment. I'm taking my aggression out in the gym.
Gym?
Yeah. Last 3 weeks, I've had a camera following me around the gym for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah?
And I'm in the process of doing...
It's like this boxing thing, eh?
No.
Been hearing about some
listen,
potential boxing fights and stuff like that.
Listen, potential, when they've got certain monies and stuff, then they can come back and talk to me. This is nothing to do with that. This is, listen, let me explain to you.
That's Floyd Mayweather here,
listen, listen, make it financially beneficial to my family, and then we can talk. I've already said this 100 times to you before. But
DT Money Mayweather.
Money maker. But no, at the end of the day, it's like, because it's coming up to the anniversary of me having my operation last April.
Was that when you had it?
Yeah, I had my operation last April, and I'm doing some charity stuff for Crohn's and colitis, and I'm looking for virtually just after a year to the day that it would have done. I'm taking part in one of them Tough Mudders. Yeah.
All right.
So I'm in training for that.
Yeah.
I'm a personal trainer, working hard. I've already lost 5 pounds in the last couple of weeks.
Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. But no, because listen, at the end of the day, right?
Listen, right. I got a friend who went on one of them, man.
Yeah.
That's a hard.
Yeah, I know it is. That's why I'm training.
Like,
3
up
months
through
worth
mud.
of hard training. Well, that's why it's called Tough Mudder.
Jogging,
I know.
miles,
Yeah.
riding a bike.
Well, I can run my mouth enough, so if I can get the legs working as well, then
You can ride a bike.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Yeah.
You got to do swimming as well, innit?
Swimming's good.
You can't swim.
Yes, I can.
You can swim?
Yes, I can. I got all my badges when I was in junior school. I remember my white badge. You had to wear pajamas and go to the bottom of the swimming pool.
We're not about you don't swim in a swimming pool in Tough Mudder. You got to swim like in a lake or something.
I can swim. I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good.
When's this then?
It would be, we're looking around about end of April, May time. We're just sorting out the details of when the events are and what one I'm going to go to. And that's going to be the target.
I'm looking forward to this.
I'm already 3 weeks into the training. I'm going all out because at the end of the day...
How many miles is it?
I don't know. I don't know the full extent of it and everything. And I'm just in training process at the moment. And it's down to the managers and stuff that are sorting all that kind of things out, and which is Ross is doing and everything. But the simple reason behind it is because obviously the operation, to put it bluntly, saved my life a year ago. And I was at the extent where my bowel nearly perforated and I nearly lost my life and everything else. So I want to try and mark a year to the day of doing, the operation.
That's good.
And also try and raise money for what is a good charity, and for a charity that's there's still a stigma around it. There's still that whole, because when you talk about bowels and things like that, there is that kind of, it's not as open, shall we say, as cancer and things like that, and the amazing charities that they have and everything. So it's about trying to raise more awareness and to, to try and inspire some people. And if I can inspire one person that maybe has Crohn's, for example, maybe had an operation and they haven't got anything within them to say, I want to get up and go, I want to go training, I can't do it. Maybe if they look at this video, they can go, yeah, you know what, I can do it. I can get up, I can achieve things. So that's what the objective is, for all the laughing and joking that we all have and everything. It's... Yeah.
I'll be backing you. I'll be watching your progress on it. That's
and make sure you donate.
Yeah, I'll donate.
Yeah, once we get a page set up, we want to see,
Yeah, of course I'll donate, man.
I've donated your wife a kitchen. So.
Shut up, man. That's a good cause.
It is. And that's
I got offered actually a chance to run. Well, I've been offered this twice to run the London Marathon, man. I'm like, that's far.
That's far, isn't it? It's over 20
That's
miles,
far,
24
man.
miles.
I can't even do 2 miles right now. 26 miles.
Yeah, because we had a look at it because we were looking at...
Nah, I can't handle that right now.
Between me and like the managers and stuff like that, we were looking at some of the events that were going on and stuff. And one of the events was basically jumping out of a plane. And I tell, well, I've done it before, and I've done bungee jumping. I've bungee jumped in Magaluf with my head dipping in the sea and stuff. That kind of thing doesn't bother me. But there's not real training involved to jump out of a plane. I know that the world would probably love to see me jump out of a plane and for my parachute to not work, but sorry, I'm not giving you that, that ringside seat, shall we say. But I just felt that the Tough Mudder was something that
good luck with that, man.
I'd really have to train to
Good
do
luck
it,
with that.
so.
I know someone who's done that, mate, and that ain't no joke. So.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, good luck. Now, what I wanted to talk about today, right, is obviously I'm sure you would have seen that headline that came out this week.
Yeah.
And it's kind of relevant because we were kind of discussing this last week, right? And you were saying that, don't worry, come the summer, there'll be 200 million, 300, whatever to spend, right?
200.
Now, 200 million.
Never mentioned
2 or
300
300.
at all.
2, 3, 4.
No, I never mentioned no 3s or 4s.
Don't worry, Robbie. Everything's going to be all right.
Don't try and get a
Everything's
headline.
going to be all right.
Know what I mean? Making a
Everything's
comeback.
going to be...
Push out, Robbie. No, listen.
But
I know where the support
£45
comes
million pounds, that headline. Now, listen, I know that... I have to say that article is a lot of scaremongering as well. Because it's obvious that it's not going to be only 45 million. But even still, the fact that Arsenal Football Club, a club that, we brought in a new manager, we're looking to rebuild, we're looking to get back on track, are only looking, before all the deals and whatever, they've only got £45 million to give him. And remember, that £45 million is not like £45 million go and buy a player. That's £45 million all in. That includes wages for a player as well. I mean,
Look,
it's terrible, the situation we're in at the moment.
What I've realised within the press over recent times is, right, anything negative about Arsenal and the fan base goes into a meltdown. It's very simple. I look at where the report come from. It comes from the same person that reported last January Mesut Ozil was already signing for Manchester United and he'd said his goodbyes to the players. Take it with a pinch of salt. I'm pretty confident in saying that we have more than £45 million to spend. When you look at
the moment, when you look at that story, there's no doubt there's a bit of scaremongering in it, right? But basically, there's 45 million. Come the summer, 45 million is what's available before any other deals and whoever we sell or whatever.
I can't see
right?
that. I can't see that, honestly.
But I think there's a lot of accuracy in that.
Right.
I do think there's a lot of accuracy in that.
If we
There'll be more than that because we'll sell people.
If we only have £45 million to spend before any sales, then that means Stan Kroenke is holding back money.
What we got now? What did we have in January?
No, I know that, but then you listen.
No, what did we have in January?
No, but we know the reason behind January because of the whole rules, and we couldn't because of the wages. And
Same
stuff.
rules apply in the summer.
No, because it's restarted again.
Yeah, but it's similar rules apply. You still got to live within your means.
Yeah, I know you still live within your means, but in terms of wages, we're going to be freeing up so much wages, right? But those are players that are leaving anyway.
Right.
Petr Cech's retiring, there's over 100 grand. You're possibly getting rid of Lauren Koscielny, there's 100 grand. Aaron Ramsey's going, there's 100 grand. Players that are leaving.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That story,
going,
the story is like you're sort of saying that before all of those sales or whatever, that's what's going to be available.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if before players leave, players are sold, we've only got 45 million, then Stan Kroenke's holding back money from the club. Then we can start getting mad about it.
Why is he holding? How's he holding back?
We've got a new Adidas deal, which is around about 60 million. Mm-hmm. So where's the other 15 from the 45? New Emirates deals, that's stadium shirt deals. All right, you've got the Visit Rwanda deal. Again, goes into another season. Then you've got the whole Citroen. You've got all the other sponsors that are part of the club.
You also got things they have to pay for as well. Remember that, yeah?
We know what
you're on about
paying for.
incomings, there's always outgoings
as well. I know,
but
then they've also got Premier League money.
Mm-hmm. TV money. Possible Champions League money. And possible. The story says not taking that into account.
But then you know what? Last year, if I remember rightly, we got as much by reaching the semi-final of the Europa League as what we would have of getting out of the group stages of the Champions League. Now, we get out of the group stages all the time. But then once we get to the knockouts, we're out.
No, I think there's more money in the Champions League now.
There is more money. But what I'm saying is last year, it wasn't that bad because we actually got near enough what we would have got in the Champions League anyway by reaching the semi.
No, because when you're in the Champions League as well, all along you're getting bigger TV revenue.
I know that, but what I'm saying
game.
is that once we get past the knockout stages, we're not getting that big revenue because we're not getting any further than the round of 32 or
Yeah,
whatever
but
it
you
is.
still have a lot of money for being
I know
in
you
the
have a
thing.
lot of money, but we're never getting no further. We're never getting that big pay packet. We're never getting to a semi-final and a final. We've only ever done it once, got to a final. You know what I mean? So we're never getting that big wedge that everyone else is getting, but possible. Champions League money. People can sit there at home and laugh at us saying that.
The articles
but we're 3
before
points behind.
the
We're only
article,
3 points
the
behind.
article's saying before all that.
Yeah, I know,
before
and
all that,
I'm saying to you, if before all of that, we've only got 45, then money's being held back. Then you've got to hold Stan Kroenke accountable. If he makes, this is what our argument was last week, and I was saying up to 200 million. I was just using a figure, not specifically. If he has any real ambition with this club, then the money that's available through the new deals, he should be making available to the manager. And I saw the videos that you released this week with Claude and Ty and stuff, and Claude was saying about if only 45 is being made available to Emery, then he should walk away and quit. I kind of agree with him because...
Well, he only has 70 million.
I know, because surely Emery never come into the job knowing that. Because if you listen to the way he speaks as well, it sounds a bit like a frustrated man. Like his hands are tied. Whereas under Wenger, we were hearing, well, if someone comes available, he was basically covering for the board all the time, you could say. Whereas Emery, he gets asked a question. I don't know whether it's because he's not savvy in English tongue yet or whatever. He's literally telling you the truth.
All I've got is loans.
I got loans. and the board must be going, oh my God, what is he doing? He's putting us in, the ball's being smashed straight back into our court.
They're not giving, I said this last week to you, they're not giving him a chance to succeed.
No.
The first season, 70 million, right? I mean, we saw last week against Manchester City, right? How can you go into playing teams like that with a £70 million investment on players into a team that's already failing, that finished sixth the season before, and you want to compete? They're saying to Emery, right, get us into the top 4. How can you compete with those teams? The logic. Well, you're only saying there's £70 million, and not only that, you need a load of players.
You know what?
And he's having to shuffle around, and
you know what
that's one of the reasons why they bought in Mislintat,
Yeah.
because they were like, you know what, we need a guy. We hardly got any money, so we need a guy who can spot those gems. That's the reason why they're thinking about bringing this guy Monchi in, who was with
Roma.
Emery at Sevilla and is now at Roma, because again, he's another person known for spotting unknown players. And listen, that's part of being a scout. But they're obviously not looking to go the route where they're looking at, they're identifying, players that are like, yeah, that player, we know he will definitely come in and do a job, immediately, because they're not looking to spend the big money. And this is what's really, really worrying me about us at the moment, right? Is that I don't see the ambition there. They're really hoping on a wing and a prayer. It's a lot of, they're hoping that we're going to get lucky.
Right. Yeah.
With loads of signings and stuff like that. And, it can happen. It can be that maybe in the next 4 years, we could build up. And then even then, when you're working like that, with these very limited budgets, if you have a gem, like I think Guendouzi is a gem, and I think he's going to be a top player. I think you give that guy a couple of seasons, he's going to be a top player. And Torreira. How long will we be able to keep hold of them before Man City come in, for instance, and look at, say, somebody like a Torreira and say, well, you know what, we need someone to replace Fernandinho. Oh, Torreira. Oh, he's at Arsenal. Oh, we'll offer him 50, 60 million pound. Off he goes. And we're back to that same situation that we've had since Kroenke's come in, where we're always constantly selling our best players. The only difference may be that with this team in place, we'll get a bit of value for them, because in the past, I don't know what it's been with Arsene Wenger and Gazidis, whether they were just trying to work off friendship with players and say, listen, don't worry, man, we'll give you lots of wages and just be loyal. And then when those players got down to the end of the contracts, they were like, actually, no, I'm going. It's not good at the moment.
It's not great.
And
it ain't great. There's no, we can't paper over it. It's as simple as that. We all know it. We all hope it'll be different. We all hope that Stan Kroenke will release the funds that are going to be available. Because like we said, there's over 100 million just in sponsorship with Emirates and Adidas. So you release that. We already know what we need to do is sort out the defence. That's the key area. You know, you look at Aubameyang and Lacazette, you've got another 2-3 years in them, two of the best strikers in the league. Midfield's really stocked. Need a winger, need the defence sorted.
But I know, and you know, that the defence needs sorted, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We've got defensive problems, but yet still, in January,
Nothing.
they didn't buy a defender.
No.
They brought in Dennis Suarez. You know, listen, I'm not going to judge Dennis Suarez. It was one game against Man City. It's a horrible game to come into with about 15 minutes ago. You're 3-1 down. But when I looked at him, he's about as tall as your son. You know, he's not a very big, you know, I'm thinking that's not really what we need right now. It's just I just got that impression. I reckon I'm going to be a bit wrong in that because I do think he's a good player. But I just was like, you know what? Dennis Suarez, that's not really what we need right now. What we need is a defender. What I'd like to see Arsenal do in the summer would be to go out there and identify a really, really good centre-back and bring him in. I mean, I like that Harry Maguire at Leicester. For me, if I was like in charge of recruitment at Arsenal, I'd be like, right, we need to get him, man. We need to table a 50, 60 million pound bid to bring him in. He's young, he's English.
Across the whole back line. Across the whole back
line.
Yeah,
but we're not going to get a whole back line, but some key... But I just don't see that at the moment.
But
our defence at the moment worse than it was under Wenger, they said.
No, I know. But listen, what I'm saying is you say that about the defensive line, yeah, but if we had the money that was available to us, let's just say, for argument's sake, we was given the money from the sponsorship, we was given the money from the players that are leaving and the wages that are freed up, we could sort that back line out.
Of course.
You think of... I love the guy that plays right back for Crystal Palace. Wan-Bissaka,
yeah.
Right? Him. Chilwell at Leicester.
Yeah.
Right? Those two alone, you're talking 70, 80 million for the pair of them. Harry Maguire, like you said, for example, players in that kind of price bracket, 40, 50 million pounds.
Yeah.
You're talking around about 120 million and you've sorted your back line.
Fix the defence.
You've sorted it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, because I've got all the confidence in the world in Bernd Leno. I've got no issues with him at all. And
made a few mistakes this season.
He's learning.
But he's learning, yeah. He's learning in the league.
Do you remember
but we're going to need another goalkeeper.
Do you remember David De Gea's first season in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Everyone said he's too weak, can't come for crosses, he's getting bullied.
Yeah.
And
no, you've got to learn it in the Premier League.
It takes time.
It's a different league.
And he's 26 years old, so many more years ahead of him. I'm impressed with his first season so far. And, you know, in a big game like Man City, he stepped up on Sunday. You know, none of the goals were his fault.
No, he pulled off some good saves as well.
Made some
Could
good
have been
saves.
worse.
And you know, so look at that. And then I like we were saying with the if we brought in the young lad from Palace, for example, you've got him and Bellerin. If, for example, Emery wants to try this, wing back position, you could even have Bellerin as a right wing back, or you know, the options are there. Why should we only have one option in one position?
Yeah,
you look at the left back position. Nacho Monreal's getting on now. He's picking up injuries all the time. Kolasinac's got a history of picking up injuries. Defensively, he's poor, but attacking, he's a lot better. So why not get an upgrade? For me, Chilwell's an upgrade. Then you put a centre back in there that goes alongside Socrates, and then you've also got the likes of Rob Holding. And you've also got the likes of Mavropanos. Defence, sorted.
And Chambers possibly to come back.
Possibly. But then that's another player that if you don't, you're getting money for.
Do you know what?
And then get a winger.
Yeah. But can you trust these lot to do it?
No, I know. But I'm just saying, so when you're sitting here logically thinking about it, and I know it's very easy to band around figures and go, he's 30, he's 40, he's 50, he's this, that, the other. But let's look at it realistically. To get those three players in that you just mentioned there and a winger, you're probably talking around about 160 to 180 million pounds. That's the
These
team.
are going to spend this?
No, I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying
that's why I'm worried, man. I'm worried about it.
We're not talking we need 400, 500, 600 million pounds. 160 million pounds, right? That we've just said there, 160 to 180. Defence is sorted. Our midfield's already, what we need. We'd have a winger. You have Aubameyang. You have Lacazette. Everything's in place.
Let me ask you this, right? I'm going to go through this now. You're in charge of recruitment for Arsenal Football Club, right? So you're in charge. So first of all, you need to get rid of some players.
Yeah.
Right? You've already given me some good players that you bring in, right? So I'm going to run through Arsenal's squad right now.
I think I did this on your tweet the other day. I actually did it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can
Who
remember.
you gonna get rid of?
Go through the team.
Who you going to keep, yeah?
All right.
Czech, we know is going.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So that's already,
So
he's gone.
It was sell, loan, or undecided, wasn't it?
With this, I just want to sell or keep.
Right.
That's all I want, right? So Czech, he's going. That's
Okay.
keep account of this, yeah? That's one. Right, so that's one out the door, yeah?
Yeah.
Leno,
Keep.
Bellerin,
Keep.
Socrates,
Keep.
Koscielny,
Sell.
sell.
Yeah.
Finish for you?
Yeah. We need better.
Wouldn't be even if you thought if you bought in maybe another centre back, he's a good guy to have in the team.
We've got Rob Holding and Mavropanos. Rob Holding's experienced.
But he's very experienced.
Rob Holding's experienced now.
Not on the same level as Koscielny. He's playing French international.
He's finished.
It's a sell.
Sell.
Yep. The guy you was calling for to start every week. Why is he not starting? Lichtsteiner.
Put him in the bin.
Oh, you don't want him no more, eh?
Let me explain.
Start him. Why is Lichtsteiner not starting?
This is where you're such a clown, all right? This is
No, you're the clown.
You are a clown.
Remember when I was
right?
telling you at the time?
No.
Bellerin's
listen to
playing
me.
well. Why do you want to drop him?
No, listen to me, right? In pre-season, right? Let's have it right, yeah? In pre-season.
Pre-season what?
Bellerin was not playing well.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Getting torn apart.
That was one game against Chelsea.
Hudson-Odoi,
that was
right?
one game.
Listen to me. In pre-season, I forgot his name. Lichtsteiner looked good in pre-season, right?
It's all right.
We went to... Oh, sorry.
What are you looking at your watch for?
I just got a notification. This don't worry, right?
So with this guy.
Busy man.
We're doing a podcast here, man. Got a notification.
Just check in. Just don't worry, right? Listen.
Is that a lie detector on it?
That's my agent.
Lie
no,
detector.
I'm joking. Listen. When we went into the first game of the season, you remember we got Maitland-Niles played left back and he got injured against Man City, and Lichtsteiner came in and played left back and he was one of our best players. He was excellent. What has happened to him? I don't hold my hands up. He's just turned into absolute
hold your
shit.
hands up, right? Because you said right at the start of the season when Bellerin was playing really well, you were calling for Bellerin to be dropped and to bring in Lichtsteiner.
I think if you look
remember
over a lot
Robbie.
Of comments, I think if you look over a lot of comments, a lot of people agreed.
No.
Lichtsteiner
Remember
should be
Robbie. Remember Robbie. He did. Remember what he did against Tottenham that game and all that. I remember. I'm going to dig it out as well.
Yeah, you dig it out.
Right. So Lichtsteiner, you sure you want to get rid of him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Sure.
Next.
All right. Rob Holding.
Keep.
Monreal.
I'd sell him.
Just sell him.
Yeah. Picking up injuries now. He's at that age. I think we can have better.
It's a very experienced guy. I don't you think you bring in a left back, a young left back, who's got bags of potential, who will probably be played the most of the games, but you've got Monreal to really give him stiff competition.
That's what Kolasinac got me for.
But he's a better defender than Kolasinac.
But Kolasinac is better attacking. It depends what system Emery wants and what he decides.
Do you sell Monreal?
You got to sell one of them.
So what are you doing?
Sell Monreal.
Mustafi.
Bye-bye. Back on top of the transfer list. See ya.
Jenkinson.
Sell.
Mavropanos.
Keep.
Kolasinac.
Keep.
El Neni.
Sell.
Mkhitaryan.
Sell.
Sell.
Yep.
Okay. Ramsey we know's going. Ozil.
Keep.
Keep. Why?
We will clear. If we sell those players we're even mentioning and the ones that are going, we're clearing up about 600 grand off the wage bill before Mesut Ozil's. We don't need to clear him off the wage bill.
You're selling Mkhitaryan but you're keeping Ozil?
because for me, Ozil's a world-class player. I'm sorry, but he is.
But what's he at the moment? He's getting 350 grand a week. So you're going to keep those wages. He's doing
obviously
he's doing very little.
Yeah, but that's not down to him.
But even when he's playing, he's doing
I'm
very
sure he
little.
wants to play.
Yeah, when he's playing, he's not really done nothing, has he?
If Emery doesn't want him, if the hierarchy
No, I'm asking you.
agree,
No, forget
but I'm
Emery.
saying if Emery's not going to play him, then sell him.
Forget Emery. You're in charge. You're in charge. Based off of what you've seen over the past 2 seasons, you're going to keep.
I'd keep him.
You keep Mesut Ozil on £350,000 a week.
I would keep him. I would keep him.
Okay. Torreira.
Keep.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles. No loans. Keep or sell.
See, this is one I'm a little undecided about. In one sense, I think of keeping him because he hasn't really had a fair crack at the whip in his position. Would he get in his position? Probably not. Maybe it's time to move on. Sell.
Denis Suarez. Not that we'd be able to sell him, but would you keep him?
It's a bit too early to say that. We've seen 15 minutes of him.
All right, we'll move on from him then. Guendouzi.
Keep.
Granit Xhaka.
Keep.
Why?
Look at him laughing. I can just hear him.
Justify keeping Granit Xhaka after some of those players you said to get rid of.
Because he's played well this season.
What?
Yeah. He was playing really well when he was next to Torreira before he got moved into centre-back.
You see that stat where they said he's given the ball away.
Oh, I see you see that stat.
Wait a minute. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Right. The stat that says more than any other player in the Premier League, not just this season, last season as well, he's given the ball away more times. That's directly led to a goal.
I still think he could be an important part of the team.
You think?
Part of the squad.
No,
I do.
you're.
Yeah, I do. And he's on low wage.
How much is he on?
It's not that much. About 100 grand.
Hey, you know all that gym stuff, man. Maybe he fell over and knocked his head. 100 grand's not much wages.
Not in this day and age.
He's one of the top earners at the club. He's not justifying that at the moment. You get rid of Monreal, you get rid of Mkhitaryan.
I'm looking at their age as well. I'm looking at market value. I'm looking at
market value. Then you get rid of him. He's what's Granit Xhaka? 26, 27?
About that.
Do you get a bit of value
How much
in
we
him?
get for him now?
I don't know. We pay 35 million for him.
Yeah.
What do you think we get for him? He's such a great player now.
Probably in this market, around about 90 million. I'm joking. I'm joking before anyone thinks I'm serious, all right? No, do you know what?
20 million?
About 25, something like that. You'd make a loss.
25?
Same as Mustafi, you'd make a loss. Wait, listen,
Mustafi, you're not getting nowhere near 20 million.
Hold on. Let's put this into perspective, all right? Liverpool got £19 million for, what's his name, to Bournemouth.
He's a young player.
I don't care, but he's still young.
Yeah, he's. Is it Solanke? No.
Was it Solanke? It was.
No. Was it Solanke?
I think it was, but he got 19 million.
But he's only like 21.
Yeah, but he's not exactly past his best. He's not even reached
Yeah,
his prime.
think you get about 25
I
million
think that's
for
a
him.
bit disrespectful when you think he's a full international.
You're not going to get 30 million for him.
No, I'm saying when you look at what, maybe we need to get Liverpool's negotiators in because we'll probably get about 50 million for him.
No. They're going to look at his stats and they're going to say, you know what, 25 million max. That's in my opinion. Oh, well. So
we'll take a loss of £10 million.
You keep with Granit.
We'll take a 10 million loss of.
You keep Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, the photo I had with him is worth 10 million.
Right, Lacazette.
Keeping him all day.
Aubameyang.
Keeping him all day.
Iwobi.
Ooh, sell him.
Why?
I feel that he's at an age now where he's had long enough to prove himself, and I'm not seeing an improvement in the key area, which is end product. In the position he plays, what's key is end product. Same age as him, Leroy Sané. Look at the difference in the end product. If Iwobi sorts that out, he could be exceptional.
You're going to keep Xhaka.
Two different players.
He's...
And two different players that offer two different things.
I just told you the stat on him, right?
Listen,
about how
but over the course of this season, Xhaka has played well. I'm sorry,
Is
but
he a more improved player this season?
Yeah,
than,
he is. He is
Iwobi?
improved. He is improved massively. I remember when Xhaka was missing against Manchester United at Old Trafford, everyone was doing their nut and saying how much of a loss he's going to be because he was doing so well.
There's been many other games where people
Yeah.
were doing their nut from the mistakes
And
that he's
then
made.
obviously he then got put left back, centre back, all over the place. And then it completely ruined the fluidity of everything that was going on in there. He is, for me, listen, stop trying to turn it round to that's what I believe. You asked me, and if I'm the owner of the club and you're involved, you're sacked as well. Get out the door. Bye-bye.
So Iwobi's gone as well, yeah?
Yeah, I told you, the thing is with Iwobi, I love the guy as a person, right? I think he's a nice lad and everything else. And it's not because we've met his dad and all these kind of things, yeah? It's the fact that he doesn't bring nothing to the table with the end product. He looks scared. He looks like, like a fox in the headlights of a car. It's petrified. It gets into that final third and sometimes he skills himself. It's no doubt that he can nutmeg players and he can get past players. But when you need that final product, that little piece, he doesn't deliver. And if we're going to make that step, challenge for titles, get back in the Champions League and be a threat, we need a player that has end product.
And final player looks like he's definitely going to be going anyway, Welbeck.
Yeah, he's gone anyway.
But what would you do?
Sell him.
You sell him. So how many play? 10. That's a clear out, man. 10 players.
We need a clear out.
That's a proper
you look
clear
at
out.
it, right? You look at it realistically, yeah? You're saying 10 players, yeah? Welbeck, Cech, Ramsey, they're gone anyway, right? That leaves you with 7 other players, yeah? You're talking Cole Jenkinson.
That was 10 without them. We weren't counting them.
10 without them?
Yeah.
Who?
10 without Cech, and you didn't count Cech, Ramsey.
The ones you said would go, and the ones you said we will leave out because they're already
So who was
Hold
there?
on, wait, it's Cech 1. You said Koscielny 2, Lichtsteiner 3, Monreal 4, Mustafi 5, Jenkinson 6, El Neni 7, Mkhitaryan 8, Ramsey's going 9.
No, you don't count Ramsey.
All right. No, but I'm just counting it. Ramsey 9, Ainsley Maitland-Niles 10, and Iwobi 11, and Welbeck 12.
See, the only people you could really...
That's a big clear out,
Yeah,
man.
no,
There's no
but
one
we
left.
we need a big clear out. We need a big clear out.
Let me just I'll just quickly run through mine. Yeah, it's a Cech we know is going. Like he said, obviously keep Leno, Bellerin, Socrates. I'm not sure if I get rid of Koscielny. I was thinking at first I would, but then I think to myself, he's an experienced guy. He has a lot of injuries, but he's a good. I think if you build in a squad, I think you still keep him in there. A bit like when I look at Man City, they've still got company there. They've still got Otamendi. Sometimes you need those experienced heads in there. So I think I'd hold on to Koscielny. Lichtsteiner, 100% he'd be gone. Holding we keep. I keep Monreal for the same reason as well. I think Monreal, you keep him in there. He's an experienced guy. He still always puts the right amount of effort in there. He can play multiple positions. And he can, a young, exciting left back, you bring him in and you can assimilate him in and he can learn off of Monreal. So I keep Monreal. Mustafi definitely. Jenkinson definitely. We keep Mavropanos. Hopefully he's the future at centre-back. I keep Kolasinac. El Neni I'll definitely get rid of. Mkhitaryan. I keep him because he's only had really one season. I want to see... I give him one more season to see what he can do.
On 200 grand a week.
Yeah, well, listen.
If you were given an offer for Mkhitaryan,
if I was given a big offer for Mkhitaryan, I'd sell him.
Well, bearing in mind we only done straight swap with.
Yeah, if
Alexis,
I'm given
money's money.
A big offer for Mkhitaryan, I'll probably sell him. But if not, I
How
keep
old
him.
Is he?
He must
29,
be.
30?
He must be 29, 30.
So if someone came in and said 25 million,
then I'll probably cash in. Yeah, but I remember Mkhitaryan though. Speaking to my friend over there in Dortmund, he said to me his first season at Dortmund he was very poor.
Your source,
right? No, my friend, not a source, right? Ramsey's going. That's a ridiculous decision. We should have kept hold of him, but he's going. I'd get rid of Ozil. I'd sell Ozil now, right? Come the summer, I'd move him on. You know what I mean? He's been there for a long time. He's had some times when he's done brilliantly for us. He's a player that I've loved watching over the years. But I think it's the end of the road now for Ozil. I think it's time for something different. I think it's time to move Ozil on. I don't think... Listen, put it this way. I don't think Mesut Ozil is going to get any better than... He'd probably get a bit better than what we've seen this season, obviously, because he's not really... But I don't think he's going to get any better than what, say, last season. So I would move Mesut Ozil on. I would definitely sell him. Obviously, keep Torreira. I keep Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's a young player. He's come through the system. Like you said, he's never really got a chance to play in his position. And he is a guy that you can utilise in multiple positions as well. And we haven't seen yet what he can fully do. So I think we deserve to keep him. Possibly, I know I said no loans. Possibly he could be a guy that you could send out on loan maybe. But I'll be looking to keep him. Suarez, like you said, we haven't seen enough of him. Guendouzi I'll keep. Granit Xhaka, I'd move him out as well. He's been here now for this 4 seasons. For me, he's had his chance. I don't think he's delivered. I don't think he's a terrible player. But for £35 million, we made a big investment with him at the time. He's not delivered, and I would definitely sell Granit Xhaka. Obviously not Lacazette or Aubameyang. Iwobi I keep. I think he's improved a lot this season. I do agree with you when you talk about end product. He does need to improve his end product, but he's improving under Emery.
I see a pattern.
He's a player that you can bring in and he can be explosive. I don't think he'd be my starting player. I think I'd be looking to bring in, and as you could see with Arsenal, where they were looking at guys like Perisic and people like that. But I think he's a good squad player. I think that he's a good impact player to bring off the bench. I think if a player's injured, he can come in and fit. Because you've got to remember that as well. You can't just think purely the starting 11. You've got to think the squad. I don't think he's a starting 11 player, but I think he's a decent squad player. And had Welbeck have not got injured, I would have kept him as well. Because again, I feel that Welbeck is a guy that is great to bring off the bench and can make an impact. But because obviously the injury, I would sell Welbeck because, you don't know.
Noticed a pattern in your selection.
What's the pattern?
You get rid of the white guys.
Oh,
White lives matter.
Shut your mouth.
I've told you, white lives matter, man.
What's your name? Liam Neeson. No, but yeah. Have I kept all black players? What are you talking about?
Nickname us the Reggae Boys.
So the two I think where I'm not in agreement with you. Well, there's a few I'm not in agreement with you, but definitely I don't understand. All right, the Ozil one I can understand. He's a great player and that, but I just think it's the end of the road for Ozil now. And Xhaka. How many more? It's time for me to move on from those guys. Like you said, if you're refreshing and you're resetting, I think the amount of money that would free up, you could go and try and get like an Isco.
We're already freeing up a lot of money. That's my issue.
Yeah, but I'm saying you could. I feel you could get a better player than Ozil in that position. You could get someone like an Isco like in that position or somebody,
Here's the problem though. Here's the big
Eva
problem.
Banega.
Even
though he's a bit old, but...
Here's the big problem, Robbie. What if Ozil don't want to leave?
Well, then obviously, if Ozil doesn't want to leave, you can't get rid of him.
The talk so far from his agent and
he
everyone
doesn't
else...
want to leave. Why would you want to leave? I don't blame... Listen, I don't put no blame on Ozil in this situation. We got to be real, yeah? If I am on £350,000 a week and I just signed a new deal, right? Why should I leave just because now the club want to get me? They all of a sudden, we want to get your wages off. No, I'll leave when I feel like it. I agree with Ozil. Listen, we think of it as fans. Sometimes we do have to look on it as how a footballer will look on it, right? As we said, right, we all moan when a player wants to leave, yeah? Now we're moaning because a player wants to stay. We can't have it both ways.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy is saying, I only just signed a new deal, which you guys agreed to. And the reason why we agreed to that at the time is because we were selling Alexis Sanchez and we were desperate to keep hold of Mesut Ozil, and there was nobody really at the time complaining.
No one was.
People were like, well, he's gone, but good news, Ozil signed.
Yeah.
So I think, even us as fans, I hear a lot of fans now, 350 grand. Most fans at the time
We're happy.
were like, well, at least Ozil hasn't gone, right? Now, it's typical now that, now that he's not playing that well, everyone's moaning about the amount of money he's on. Listen, if you're going to keep the best players, you've got to pay the rate. But I just feel that if he wanted to leave and if we were able to move him on and if a club came in and offered a good enough offer, I would definitely move on Mesut Ozil. I just feel we've got the best out of. We're not going to get any better out of him. I look at somebody like there's players out there I look at and I'm like, I'd love to see them. That guy at West Ham, Felipe Anderson. I look at him and I say, that's the sort of guy I'd like to see playing on the left-hand side at Arsenal. Then you have an Iwobi that you can bring off the bench, but that's the man I'd like to see starting. You understand what I'm saying when I'm talking about improvements in the team?
If you speak to West Ham fans, and I know
they love
him, but at the same time, and even Pellegrini said there's inconsistencies there, and he's learning.
It's his first season.
Yeah.
But for his first season, I think he's a brilliant player. I think that I look at that guy and the skill. Looking at him again the other night against Liverpool, he could be playing in Liverpool's team. He could be playing in any of those teams in the top four. I could see Felipe Anderson playing at Man City. I could see him. I want those type of players. Then you have an Iwobi that you got on the bench. If Felipe Anderson were doing it today, you can always rely on a player like Iwobi to put in a shift.
We're talking about wingers and stuff, and I know the prices are ridiculous, but I'd love Riyad Mahrez still.
Riyad Mahrez is
Would
another...
he leave Leicester because he's not getting the game time?
City. Yeah.
Sorry, it's City now. He's not getting the game time.
I still say Zaha. I still like Wilfried Zaha.
Zaha's not scored a goal since September, man.
He hasn't, but he's still a very important player for them. He still makes an impact in games.
But in that position, you've got to score goals. If you think of our successful period, Freddie Ljungberg, Robert Pires, they were wingers and they scored goals. He's going for a bad
patch goal scoring, but he still makes an impact on the pitch.
Bad patch?
Still makes an impact on the pitch.
Even I've scored since September. And Troops have scored since September.
He still makes an impact on the pitch. And I like him. But...
just not for the... not the price tag that
But that Felipe Anderson, that's what I'm saying. Those type of players, the Ozils and the Xhakas and those guys, they've had their time
let me ask you a question then, right? Because we're talking about wingers, right? And we're just theoretically speaking, right? And Riyad Mahrez, he's available for 60, 70 million. Something like that. Man City try and recoup what they paid for him, which I think was about that.
About 50 million.
Zaha, Palace are talking 60, 70 million pound. If we had to get one of them, who would you have? For me, it's Mahrez all day long because he's proven it consistently in the Premier League. He's helped Leicester win a title.
Yeah, probably Mahrez. I like Mahrez.
I think his end product's better.
Yeah, I do like Mahrez. A very good player. But Felipe Anderson, I don't know. I like that guy. As I'm saying, there's some players like that out there.
Yep.
Obviously, he wouldn't be available. Obviously, now he costs a lot of money because I think they paid nearly 40 million for him, or 30 odd million.
Yeah, something like that. But at the end of the day,
man,
we're Arsenal Football Club.
Exactly.
So we should be able, with all due respect to West Ham, with all due respect to Leicester, and Crystal Palace, or any teams like this where they've got players that we look at and go, he could improve us.
Yeah.
We should, as Arsenal Football Club, be able to go,
of course,
shush.
Harry Maguire, as I said, at Leicester is another one I like. You said Chilwell, that's another.
Even the Man City situation
Wan-Bissaka, you know what I mean?
with Mahrez. Man City went in there, tried bullying Leicester a little bit. Leicester weren't having none of it. But Leicester were like, we're not going away. We're going to take him, regardless of what you say. We are taking him. Maybe not this window, but the next one. And eventually, their big boy tactics worked. And they got their man.
You know what I'd like to know from people in the comments, right? Let us know. Who would you clear out? Who would you get rid of? Who would you keep? Who would you sell? Who would you keep? I'd really love to know that. Finally, obviously, this weekend's a very important game. Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Surely. If we don't win that.
It's the role reversal of last weekend.
If we don't win that game,
because
Jesus.
Last weekend, Chelsea played Huddersfield. We played Man City away. This weekend, we play Huddersfield
away.
Chelsea play Man City away. You know, by the time Man City and Chelsea kick off, we could be level on points with Chelsea. We're a point behind Manchester United. And the way
They got Fulham, I think they'll win that.
Yeah, they've got Fulham away. But like I said, it's like a yo-yo at the moment, the fourth place. Because, you know, Manchester United could be fourth this weekend. And then by Sunday, they could be down in fifth. Or, you know, or Manchester United
if we don't beat Huddersfield away, the top four is gone.
Yeah.
And we don't deserve top four.
Our next three games, I looked at our next three games, and we've got, after this one, we've got Southampton at home. And who else we got at home? Is it Burnley? No. We play Burnley at home, haven't we? Who the hell have we got? I can't remember now. That's really confused me.
Fixtures.
It's Southampton at home. I know after Huddersfield, it's 2 home fixtures. Very nice.
Obviously, we got that break because of the FA Cup. But yeah, we got Southampton at home.
Yeah.
Bournemouth at home.
That's it.
Then Tottenham away.
Yeah. So I'm expecting the 3 games before Spurs to pick up 9 points.
Yeah, and if we could pick up 9 points, we put ourselves in a good position for the top 4.
Yeah.
So
I think the Man United game's the key one.
Yeah.
At home.
I think Tottenham away as well.
Yeah, I mean in terms of the 4.
Yeah, I think Tottenham away, we've got to go there and get a result.
And it'd be interesting to see whether the likes of
minimum
Harry
a
Kane
draw, but the way things are going at the moment, it's all about winning. Look at Tottenham. They've lost more games than us this season, but they just win. They either win or lose, right? And actually, when you win, you're just getting 3 points, you know what I mean? It pushes you right up there. Yeah, so, but we've got to beat Huddersfield. Huddersfield have been so poor.
Yeah,
but our defensive record, when I see that our defensive record is as bad as Cardiff's, you know, it's
worse than Newcastle's and teams like that.
Yeah, it's abysmal. We got to go to Huddersfield and win that game. Huddersfield, we've almost already relegated, can't score a goal. We've heard all these things before, and then we go there and they'll be like 1-0 up or something. Yeah. But we've got to win that game. We've got to just go out there and we'll go for that game, haven't we?
Just go on the front foot.
Yeah.
And literally go for the throat.
Yeah, and then win the next
get some goals.
Win the next few games, get on a bit of a run, and who knows, maybe beat Batty Borisov as well. That can create a nice lift around the place.
This is the thing, and you know, with Europe starting again, Manchester United have got to play PSG, and I know PSG are kind of bringing them into a sense of false at the moment with their results because PSG ain't really playing well. They
got beat by Lyon, didn't they? And Neymar's out as well.
Yeah, so. And I'll tell you, don't underestimate PSG even without Neymar because that would be Man United's biggest mistake. But they would. I know they won't. Well, but I look at that. I actually hope Manchester United beat PSG because it ties them up for another set of games, another set of fixtures. So let's see how they handle it. Obviously, Chelsea. They're in the Europa League as well. So if anything, Chelsea and Arsenal have kind of got the upper hand in the respect that although we've got to take our game seriously, we may not have to go full strength against Batty Borisov.
I think we do. I think the game against... But it falls nicely for Arsenal because the game against Batty Borisov next week, we don't have a game at the weekend. Yeah. So there's no excuse.
So we can put a full team
We could go absolutely full strength against them in that first game over there.
And then Man United play Chelsea in the FA Cup.
Try and get a big win. And then we can possibly rest players on the second game and have them on the bench in reserve just in case we need them, and then be ready for that game against Southampton.
Borisov, that's going to be a journey.
Batty Borisov, well, I'm glad you're getting direct flights this time. I heard.
Yeah,
you're not doing your road trip.
No road trip.
Hey, by the way, let me just remind you of one thing: when you fly, you have to get a medical insurance.
Already got it.
Okay.
Yeah, man's already one step ahead.
Because they're there.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, when you get there, if you ain't got that, they won't let you in with that either.
I've got everything. I'm actually flying out there on the Wednesday.
Right.
I'm going like the day before the game. I'm going to relax in a hotel. Got a nice gym there, nice sauna, swimming pool. I'm going to go Don Robbie style.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Well, don't overeat. Remember, you got tough mudder.
Listen, don't you worry about me, man. Don't you worry about
Tough
me.
mudder.
I'm going to be all right. You can come to the hotel on the Thursday when you fly out and you can come and relax in my place.
I can never relax around you, you know what I mean? Listen, thanks for watching and tuning into the podcast today. Don't forget you can download it on all the normal platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, the link's in the description. Thanks, Mr. DT. We'll be at Huddersfield, of course. Check out all our videos. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a big win. Something, I think, this guy out there and really make a statement with a load of goals and then get the fans, just, you know, lift the place. Get some, because all the stories coming out at the moment are all doom and gloom. Let's try and lift the vibes.